Hey, you guys, we are live. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Comment any questions that you have, and we will definitely ask them to our special guest.
What's happening? What's happening? Where this is WGNG 106.3, the heat number one for hip hop and R&B, man. This is the Legacy Show with your boy MICZ. Make it look so easy. This is the Legacy Show Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And man, we got a special guest in the building today. We got Nicole Lundy, y'all, and we got Big Janae too as well. But Nicole Lundy, man, she's a R&B artist, and she's doing her thing from the west to the south, from the south to the east to the north. You know what I'm saying? All around, all across the globe. So we just want to welcome her to the building today.
Hi, Nicole. So happy
Thank
to
y'all
have
for having me. Yes, thank you.
you. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. So let's just get right into it. So for our listeners, can you kind of tell them who you are, what your stage name is, and just kind of how you got into becoming a performer?
So my name is Nicole Lundy. I'm originally from Galveston, Texas. I'm a singer, songwriter. I got into singing just from growing up in church. I was in church 7 days a week, so that's all we did. We was either singing or praise dancing, one or the two. So,
Wow.
Okay.
so just growing up, and then I just took a liking to singing. I was always singing, even when I was little and couldn't sing, but I was always doing it, getting on my brother's nerves, and it was just something that I enjoyed. And once I got to college, a friend of mine actually had a studio set up in his apartment, and that was my first time like experiencing the studio, really writing for real, and just I used to be in there every day just trying to perfect and learn everything that I could. So that's kind of how I got started into like actually
Yeah.
doing like studio music. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it started in the church now. Gloria,
Yeah.
hallelujah, wood.
Yeah.
That's my hallelujah. Gloria, hallelujah, wood. You understand what I'm saying? When I say yeah, glow, I mean hallelujah. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah, Glow.
Yeah, glow. So that's what's up. Yeah,
Right.
cause I heard I did my research and was listening to you, and I don't want to say this prematurely, but
Mhm.
it's giving B. It's giving Beyonce, my
Really?
girl. The
You think
voice, the
so?
tone, the tone. I'm just saying
The
the tone.
tone.
I ain't saying that you just going crazy like like B, but the tone, the voice, the sound. I
Yeah.
guess it might just be that Texas thing. You feel me? It
It
Maybe
got
might be.
so. Maybe so.
Yeah, but it's giving B. You can sing for real,
Well,
cause
thank you.
some
I
some
appreciate
people
that.
put
That's a
that tone.
compliment for sure.
Yeah, I ain't trying to scare you. That's why I was like, I don't want to do this prematurely. I don't want to scare you out your spot, my girl. But you doing your thing, man.
got
So
some
Yeah.
shoes to follow coming up behind Beyonce
I
now.
know. Don't do that now. I don't know.
listen, you got this. You got this. And so Sit is the new single, but before we get to that, I want to talk about the other singles. I saw it's a single you had called Drift, and there
Uh-huh.
was another single before Drift, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
So like how did that go? How did that come about? And how did that kind of take its course to where we are now? Like how did that happen?
Um, so I think originally when I started doing music, I was like very R&B, like very R&B based. And even
Mm-hmm.
now I still stack my vocals a lot. I still kind of use like the similar, but I think now I'm starting to find my own sound more, and
Mm-hmm.
just kind of doing things differently, like really trusting my ear and just kind of really thinking outside the box, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so Drift kind of started that for me. Drift is definitely a different sound than what I would have normally done before. I That came out in 2020, I believe. Yeah, 2020. During COVID. So definitely still in the studio, still processing. From there, we put out Appreciation, I believe. Um, Appreciation isn't We're having issues with that on the streaming platforms for some reason or another, but we're trying to get it back up.
Okay.
But Appreciation is also very heavy R&B, but a different type of R&B. And then from there I put out Don't Let Me Down, which Don't Let Me Down came out right before Sit did. Don't Let Me Down is still kind of new. That one has more of that, I guess you could say modern R&B sound.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I try to switch it up, do different things. I'm even kind of like dipping my toe a little bit into like a little trap rap type sound. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So Sid kind of has like a little bit of that. So yeah, I'm just trying different things, seeing what works for me, just kind of trusting my ear, really.
Nah, that's lit. That's lit. That's lit. So you say you were like I mean not a hip hop, but an R&B. I don't want to
Yeah,
say fanatic, but you were kind of consumed by the R&B. So if
yeah.
you can name, let's just say 3 of your top, because I don't know how old you are, but 3 of your top
Uh-huh.
R&B artists, if you can.
Okay. 3 of my top R&B artists. Um, I'm gonna go Brandy, of course. Brandy is my favorite. I love Brandy.
Okay.
Um, Also, if I'm gonna speak on like me growing up, like
Right.
Mary is probably
Come on now.
my
Come on.
I mean, growing up, I mean, I grew up Christian. That's really all I could listen to. So a lot of my like stuff that I get like comes from Mary for real.
Let me
And of
find out you
course,
anointed for real. Let me find out. Let me find out now.
little bit.
Don't let me find out.
I
I'm the
hear
wrong person to find out.
album coming,
I
right?
still sing at church. But no, when I say like all of their albums, I have them like from their first one. So Mary is definitely an influence for me for sure. And I love Jasmine Sullivan. She's another one I listen
Okay.
to from her beginning of her career all the way on. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's lit.
Yeah.
Chris, what you got?
Yeah, I like that. So would you say like those artists kind of inspired your style that you have now that kind of influenced it?
Definitely for sure, especially like my tone and different things like that. I definitely try to, yeah, pull
The
from them.
shackles of my hey. Okay, don't turn me up now. What you got, Chris? What you got?
We're here to talk about Sit, the new single that she
Mhm.
has put out. So kind of
Mm-hmm.
what was your inspiration behind that? How long did it take you to write it? Did it just automatically come to you when you heard the beat? Or kind of what was that creative process like?
Yeah, actually it did. So the producer, he's overseas. He's in Russia somewhere. He sent me like some he hit me up on Instagram and he sent me some beats and I was just going through them. He sent me like a whole bunch. I was just going through and that one just like really like caught my attention and immediately I started singing it. I have like a little studio set up in my apartment, so I
Mm-hmm.
immediately just start freestyling really honestly and truly behind the microphone and just kind of put things together. And so that's how it came about. Mhm.
Is that kind of your recording style? You just kind of freestyle things and then place it and keep something, delete something instead of just like
Yeah,
stuff out.
yeah. Initially, when I first started like writing, I didn't have a studio set up, so I was just like sing it over and over and over in my head until something
Mm.
comes up and just constantly writing it like that. But now that I do have the studio set up, like I literally will play the beat, get behind the mic, sing the first thing that comes to my head, keep whatever it is that makes sense, and then just do the same thing over and over again. So I like that process a little bit more than my process that I had before.
Yeah, I mean, so how long have you had the in-house studio? Like, how long have you had that?
Um, like 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
about 2 years
And
now.
so and so is that is is what we hear, is that recorded at your crib? What we listening to? Is this what did you record to sit at your
I
house?
recorded the reference track, but the
Okay. Okay.
actual record was
Yeah,
recorded at the studio.
I was wondering that. That was my next question. I said, girl, you did a good job.
You feel me? That's what I'm like. Is that
No, I'm not
what?
that good yet.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. That's
I'm
crazy.
not
I was
that
thinking the
good
same
yet.
thing.
Yeah. So was there a specific moment where you just knew music was gonna be your thing? Aspiring. Oh,
Um, I don't know if it was a specific moment. I think it's just always been there. And it's just even when I'm like feeling like I don't know if I want to continue, like something will spark. Like I'll see a performance or I'll hear a song and it'll just give me some type of inspiration to keep going. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Nah, that's lit. That's lit. Cause I mean, it's like you really got like a smooth, natural look, natural talent. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Thank you. I
yeah,
appreciate
that's
it.
I think that you're gonna go far with it. So I feel like I heard somebody talk about a music video for Sick.
Yeah, it's definitely in the works. We're working on it, trying to figure out what we want to do for it, like what the idea behind it is. I've done like
Yeah,
a lot of promo stuff, like on
that's
my
what I.
Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, okay. So that's not the real video with you hanging out the
No,
window.
no,
You know what I'm
that's just
saying? At the
promo, just to
red
like
light.
promote like content and stuff like that. We haven't done the actual video yet, so
Okay.
we're still in the process of trying to figure out what to do and how we're gonna do it. So,
Have you
yeah.
Okay.
shot a video before?
Have I done videos before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have. I've done a few. Yeah, on my YouTube, I have some on there, but they're from my older songs. So,
You're gonna have to go
Yeah,
check that out.
you rebranding from kind of like your old
mhm.
music into like this new grown, sexy.
Mhm.
Tell them how old you are. I know it's not polite to ask a woman her age, but for the people listening, just to kind of paint the picture.
Yeah, I'm in my early 30s. I'm in
Yeah.
my early 30s. Hmm.
And what age did you start, Santa? You said like you started in the choir when you were really, really young, but as far as like recording in studios, what age did was that for you?
I was like 22, maybe like 22.
Okay, so you've been doing it a while, so you're
Yeah,
comfortable.
you a vet. You a vet at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me ask you this because um it's giving sexy, my girl. It's giving sexy, my girl. You feel me?
Okay.
Let's just go and put it out there now. Hey, look, you gotta call a spade a spade. It's giving
Uh-huh.
sexy, right?
Okay.
So is Nicole Lundy single? Is Nicole Lundy single?
Yes, I am actually.
Y'all hear that? I just want
I'm
the gentleman.
freshly single too. So
She said, "Hey, I'm newly single. I'm
Well,
fresh
you
off."
we gonna give you some time to heal
yeah,
and you know what
yeah.
I'm saying, do
Give
what
me a
you
few months. Give
do
me.
what you need to do. But just so the fellas out there know, I just want to let them know, cause you ain't playing, my girl. Hey,
Yeah.
it's giving. So
Thank you.
you're doing a good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause we need to know. Go ahead.
yeah. So I understand, like, with being like a beautiful female in the music industry, are there things you have to kind of watch out for when it comes to, I guess, working with different people? There's just such a stigma to, being a sexy, beautiful female in R&B and hip hop, to where it's like, oh, you have to do X, Y, and Z. So have you ever experienced anything like that before?
I try to keep things very business. If it's anything to do with music, I don't mix the two. I try to stray away from those type of situations just because I don't like things to get mixed. You never know, like who
Mhm.
you're gonna run into in the future and things. I don't know. For me, it's just easier to keep things separate. But yeah, of course. I mean, I don't
What
know.
you
I just
wait, hold on.
Hey,
I
come
missed it.
on.
Hold on now. You gotta bring me back to
You
speed because
gotta
my head was turned and
My
then I
question was my question was, with her being like a beautiful, sexy female, does she ever come across like producers or maybe managers or promoters that may try to take advantage
breathing
of?
down her neck like a dragon.
Yeah.
Hot stinking breath bag.
Mixed business and pleasure. Does she have to deal with
stop.
that? She
Yeah.
answered beautifully. We want the tea though. We want her to know, like, what have they been out here doing and saying?
I can only
I mean,
imagine.
of course they flirt. I don't know. I kind of just don't really pay attention to it. Honestly, I'm not really one that just be in my DMs like that. I don't pay attention half the time. I will look for like business opportunities and things like that. If I can tell that you're serious or something like that, then yeah. But no, I don't really. I don't entertain it too much.
Yeah, girl. Focus on your bag. Focus on your money. Focus on your face.
Money, I know that's right.
Yeah. Focus on your money. Nah, that's cool.
Trying to hook her up, asking if she's single.
Well, I gotta ask the beautiful ladies. I ask them all that, because I mean, inquiring minds.
They be want to know.
You feel me? Inquiring minds want to know. Because when I see it, I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, yes. It's giving, you feel me?
Yeah.
I know what it's doing, and I know the intention, and it's working. My girl, it's working. I just want you to know.
I mean, sex sells, so
it's working.
Unfortunately.
It's working, man. So like,
go ahead, Mike.
No, go ahead. What you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask, like, how does she balance the two? Because I know you said you still sing in church, and that's kind of the sex does sell when it comes to like the music industry. So how do you do that? Because like on social media, I know like my pastor, everybody that following me, like, you kind of like, should I post? Should I not?
I leave them on Facebook, but so I don't really post too much on Facebook. But
you know what? That's long over there.
Leave them over there. But I think there is a line for me for sure. Like there's just some things that I'm not gonna do. But I think that's
So like, I know this is kind of going backwards, but like, what was life like for Nicole Lundy, like just growing up? I mean, I know you kind of told us you was in the church. Do you have siblings?
I do. I have 3 brothers. One of them passed away a few years ago, my oldest brother.
Sorry to hear that.
And then I have a sister as well. So.
Are you the oldest, youngest, middle?
Oh, I'm the baby. I'm the youngest.
Oh my God! See,
all of my siblings are so much older. Yeah, all of my siblings are so much older. My oldest brother who passed away, he was like 55 when he passed away. My sister is 21 years older than me. Like my siblings are so much older than me, so they was like uncles. But I do have uncles and aunts. But I do have We got closer when I got older because I was able to, go to them for certain things. But I do have another brother. He's 6 years older than me, so that's the one I grew up with. So.
Okay. So would you say based off, because I would imagine if your siblings are older, which means you probably had older parents.
Yeah. Right? My mom is 78, so they're older.
That is crazy. But you know what? I'm willing to bet that you kind of got an old soul.
Absolutely. That's all I grew up around. That's it.
That's cool.
So, yeah, for
that's
sure.
And then the music comes from.
You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, that's lit. I'm trying to think like if it's anything else that we should dive into. I mean, besides like the future, I'm always curious to know, where do people see themselves in like 3 to 5 years? 5 years is a stretch because things change. But I mean, 3 years for sure. Like, what does Nicole Lundy see herself in 3 years?
In 3 years, I definitely expect to have a few projects out. I'm working on putting together a project pretty soon, putting one out pretty soon. I would say in the next couple of months or so. Definitely get more consistent with putting out music. I want to be able to put out something at least every month or so. Definitely writing for other artists more, just kind of getting my pen game stronger to where I can write for others, being able to catch on to other people's sound and kind of write for them and things like that. So it's definitely my goals for sure.
That's hard. So has anybody ever written a song for you, or have you written all of your songs thus far?
Yeah, some people write songs for me sometimes, or even I'll collaborate and write some of my songs with. I know my manager DJ Chop. We write songs together all the time. Okay. So he also has a really good pen as well. So yeah, for sure.
I love that song. Like for a question for an upcoming artist, anybody that's listening, they're like, hey, I can sing, I like creating music. What would you say is the biggest piece of advice you can give them to help them get started?
For somebody who wants to sing.
Or wants to, start recording music, start performing, hopefully get a.
I know what helped me a lot because, like, I started, recording and things like that, but I wasn't really in tune with my ear all the way. So, for me, a vocal coach that helped me so much when it came to like recording, actually being able to hear and things like that. So, a vocal coach, I would suggest that, and then get some studio equipment in your home and just kind of practice for real. Recording yourself, hearing yourself back definitely helps a lot. So that's what I would suggest for sure.
You started making beats yet?
No, that's not my thing.
Okay.
I tried to play the guitar, it didn't work. I tried to play the keyboard, it didn't work. It's just
I'm just gonna stay and write my songs, stay in my lane.
Because that's how it's just like it start with the the studio equipment at the house. Next thing you get you a little bitty MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
Next thing you DJ out for what's the hustle and flow. You feel me?
I don't know.
Next thing you feel me?
Next thing, yeah, maybe we'll see.
You never know. You never know. So I am curious. I know you said you are gonna put out some more projects and everything. So what was it like building a team? How important is it to have a team if you want to kind of succeed in the music industry?
It's very important. I definitely tried to do it by myself for a minute, like doing everything, reaching out to blogs, all that stuff. It's a lot of work. And so I am thankful for my team. I ended up meeting my manager through another artist that's from Galveston. He and I were working on some songs, and my manager was looking for a female vocalist to like do some songs that he had written. And so we ended up connecting that way, and we just developed a friendship. And from there, it turned into him managing me. We still have our friendship. We still work on songs together. And we also have other members on our team that assist and do different things, from videography to musicians who produce or can do live music, all of that. So it definitely helps because you don't have to do everything, and trying to do everything is really what burns you out. So yeah, it definitely is helpful for sure.
For sure. The team is ain't no I in team.
Yeah.
Ain't no you in dream.
Right. You need everybody.
That's it.
Yeah. That's it. Absolutely. So if you could collaborate with one artist right now and do a song, who would you choose?
Oh, I don't even know.
Would it be?
There's so many. I don't even know.
Pick one from the genre, like a hip hop artist, artist. This is the hardest question for everybody when they come on.
It is. Honestly, I'm on my Chris Brown kick right now. I'm on my Chris Brown kick right now. So I would say probably Chris Brown if I had to choose somebody.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Chris Breezy.
Yeah.
Nicole Lundy.
It's so many. Honestly, I'd probably do something with everybody. I couldn't turn nobody down.
Right. I would say like R&B, a male and a female, hip hop, a male and a female. Because it's so many, right?
It's so many, yeah. I would probably do something with everybody if they asked. Honestly, I just like different sounds, doing different things. So it's kind of hard to really just be like, yeah.
If you had to choose between Lil Wayne or Kendrick,
oh my God, you don't have.
I'm old, so I'm going Lil Wayne.
There we go. I told you.
I told her. I would use him too for a feature, but not a Super Bowl performance. But we're not gonna go back down this route.
Oh man.
I love Lil Wayne. I'm telling you, I love Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Give him his props. But
Father God help us all. Help
yeah,
Yeah.
help
Cause
us.
cause she just go too far with the every time.
I understand. I get it. I get it. I get what she's saying.
That's
I mean, I feel it, but I feel you, okay? I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
her,
gonna
but I
go for
feel
the
you.
feature though.
what a
For
feature
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah.
Louisiana. We going
Yeah.
Louisiana. So any thoughts on the since we here, any thoughts on the New Orleans situation? Did you hear about that?
I did. Prayers to the families. I don't know everything that happened. I just kind of saw a little bit of it.
Yeah,
But I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
right.
That's
Yeah.
I can't
Any-
believe that happened.
I know it's crazy that the year's starting off like that, but we definitely want
Exactly. That's a rough way to start the year.
yeah
But
stay prepared
2025, we gonna thrive now.
to thrive. All
Yeah.
five. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely said my little prayer and everything.
Yeah, it was it was a big one. It was the big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
The biggest,
For
baby. It
sure.
was the
The
biggest.
biggest prayer.
You
For
feel me?
sure.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do
Yes.
Yeah, there's so much
Definitely.
power in the tongue, and I've watched
Mhm.
many interviews, and I've seen different artists say like they manifested, they really
Yeah.
spoke where they are into existence. So I
Mhm.
do feel like you definitely have to keep prayer in everything that you're
Yeah,
doing if you want
absolutely. Yeah.
to
Yes.
Well, man, look, we appreciate you, Miss Nicole Lundy.
Yes.
I'm gonna be saying your name probably for the next 3-4 days.
Okay.
Nicole Lundy. It's got a nice little ring to it.
Got a nice little ring to it. Okay.
Yeah. Is that your? It's man, I ain't gonna go there, but that's a good name. I like that name.
Thank you.
It's
Is
I
cool.
that your
Like
appreciate y'all.
son's name? I feel like this is what he was gonna ask.
I
Is that your
was
son?
gonna ask you is that
Or
your
like
real
is that
name,
your
but I ain't trying
real
to
name
get in your
Yeah,
business.
yeah, it is. Nicole is my middle name, but Lundy isn't my last name. It's just the last name I always liked, and I thought it had a cute little ring to it, so I
It
kept.
does.
I knew it.
Oh, I was moving so fast earlier. I was like Nicole Bundy, but it's Nicole Lundy. So make
Yeah.
sure you get that. So tell our listeners how can they find you on social media? How can they connect with you and just spell it so they can follow you on socials?
Of course. So you can follow me on Instagram at Nicole Lundy. All of my social media is Nicole Lundy. My YouTube, you can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, everywhere. Yeah, it's on
All
Nicole
right.
Lundy.
She
Yes.
got that sit. Got that single sit. It's going up.
Yes,
It's up and
yes.
it's stuck.
It's up and stuff.
Ask
So
that on-
hopefully Sid will make space for the next single that's coming out. We're still trying to figure out what the next single is going to be. We have a few kind of lined up, but we kind of want to keep it in the same, I guess,
Yeah.
sound of Sid. So
Yeah.
we're trying to figure out what's coming up next. But yeah, we'll definitely let you know as soon as it comes out what the next thing's
Please,
gonna
please
be.
keep us updated. We wanna support. And this all I'm gonna say, when you blow up and you and all
Yeah.
these ninjas out here know that you fine, just don't forget about us. You feel me?
Of course not.
Remember we
Of
told
course
you were
not.
fine January the 3rd, 4:35
Okay.
p.m. Remember that we let you know that we support you.
I
And
appreciate
yeah, man, we wish you
I
nothing but the
definitely do.
best.
Of course. Of course. I wish the same for y'all. Let me know any way I can support. I definitely will, for sure.
For sure. Look, I
Absolutely.
need $10.
Uh,
No, I'm
Come on.
just
I got
playing.
you.
I'm just
I
playing.
got you.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
What's
But
the
you
cash out? Yeah, friend. We're gonna get you started.
Negroes don't be Negroes, right? So
All right.
But yeah, we appreciate you coming through. This has been
Of course.
another successful tea time. I mean, not tea time segment of the Legacy Show with Big Janez, the co-host of the year. We appreciate Nicole Lundy coming through, blessing us with her presence and letting us know about herself. Y'all, please stay tuned and stay locked in with her journey from things prior to what we got going on. And so, yeah, man. It's up and it's stuck. 2025, we are still alive, and it's really a blessing. This is WGNG 106.3, The Heat. I just want to see.